media and to the Republican senators who are delaying a vote on HB 125. My name is Sarah Cleveland. I'm a registered diagnostic medical sonographer, credentialed in obstetrics and gynecology. I've worked in one of Columbus's largest emergency departments for over 8 years, in addition to working in several gynecology offices. I'm also the Director of Outreach Midwest with the Center for Bioethical Reform, and I come here today to ask your support for HB 125. In my years of ultrasound experience, I have performed nearly 8,000 pelvic exams, half of which have been on pregnant or recently pregnant patients. Among these women, some are recent status post-elective abortions. This means that they have come into the emergency room with complications from their abortion. They come in with excessive bleeding, clotting, fever, or pain, or sometimes all. My role in caring for these women is to, among other things, determine if she has what is called retained products of conception. RPOC is a medical term used to describe anything left behind in a woman's uterus following the end of a pregnancy, whether that pregnancy ended in a natural delivery or in an unnatural way, interfered by medical instruments and suction. At times, there are pieces of the pregnancy left behind. Most of the time, this is simply placenta tissue or blood products from the mother. But in the case of a post-abortive woman, the same term, RPOC, is used. However, this time its meaning has a code for something far worse. After bringing patients into a scanning room, I obtain a recent history. If she has had an abortion, I ask how far along the baby was because this determines the technique used to terminate the pregnancy and the amount of trauma to the uterus. Next, I'm then required to look at her for RPOC, retained products of conception. To put that bluntly, my job is then to evaluate her uterus for leftover baby parts. I will never forget the first time I saw a botched abortion via ultrasound. The baby had been killed by a D&E, or dilation and evacuation procedure, at 13 weeks gestation. What I saw that day should be shown to all who say this is simply a woman's choice. This woman did choose, and she chose death for her baby that day. That day I saw a blood-filled uterus with a tiny hand severed at the wrist. I could see all 5 perfectly formed fingers still intact, but that hand stopped abruptly at the wrist. After taking the mother back to her room, I began to shake at what I saw and show the images to a radiologist, a doctor who specializes in reading these kinds of tests. I didn't have to speak a word as he saw me weeping and he said, "I know, it's hard. We see this all the time." So I ask you, local media and elected officials who are listening to our stories today, I ask the senators who are sitting on this bill that will protect babies like this from violent death, why? Why are you letting this happen? We are here to expose the truth about what goes on every day in this very community and around Ohio. The images of victims absolutely need to be shown. That was only a black and white image of a single baby's hand I saw that day, and I have seen many other butchered babies since. What about the remains of babies in buckets and in biohazard bags that nobody ever gets to see except for the abortionist that took his life? We are here today to stand up for the true victims. We stand united to make the cost of delays in the Senate real to every constituent in the district of senators who will not commit to a vote on this bill until this bill passes. We are here to hold you accountable for letting this continue. You hold the power now to save these children. So I beg you, on behalf of all preborn life, please vote yes for HB 125.